Our trademark, how we're building cajones, is I wanted to build a cajon, after playing cajon for a few years, that didn't interfere with the sounds of the dancers. Now when they play their hard heels, and you're playing one of the other modern cajones, they have a very bright, very upper sound. You can, if you're standing in the audience, you can't tell the difference between the heel work and the cajon work. Now, we must remember in flamenco and in dancing, it's the dancers. It's not the cajon player. Let our egos go back. We need to be accompanists. We even need to be on the guitar player. You play too loud, you never get another cajon gig. You go cruzado, making noise across the beats of the dancers, you won't get a cajon gig, and they'll talk badly about you. You don't want that to happen. So what I've done was I put flaps on the corners, our trademark. Everybody seems to like them when we've done them before. And we got snares inside, which are standard guitar wires, acoustic, and we have bells on them. And they're set up by 3 wires each. They're running down to a center, and the tuners are on each side like that. And they're just simple screws. You get a little screwdriver. We have a Phillips here, right here. I'm going to play this right now with the snares loose. The skin is tight. You don't have to make any adjustments in the skin. Once it's set up, that's forever. You don't have to screw around with it. And I'm going to show you the difference between tight snare wires and loose. So let me give you some sound checks. Here's the upper corners. Again, our trademark. By the way, if you like the way this sounds, drop us a line. Bassmaker Studios. B-A-S-S-M-K-R Studios, the way it sounds. B-A-S-S-M-K-R Maker Studios, all one word, at Yahoo. Bassmaker Studios. We'll answer it. We can build anything in any way you want, almost any kind of wood. But let me say this right now is 9-ply Baltic birch with a 3-ply face, and the back has a 4-ply that deadened a little bit more. I'm going to put a liver skin on the next one I build. We're actually going to put in different strainers to give you that sound of the snare. So let me go ahead and give you some examples of how this sounds, okay? Here's the upper corners, little snares, little bass. Let me give you some rhythm. Little afro. That you won't get out of the other one. When you sit on here, like, I'm a big guy. I sit on one of those little cajones that are narrow, a little bit narrower than this, and the sound changes because you're squeezing that real lightweight wood they build them out of. I said, I'm a heavy guy, I gotta build it heavy, I know how to build things and still get a good sound out of it. So we've done 9-ply, 9 millimeters on the sides, and we've notched it, okay? Let me show you the example of the notching. I'm going to bring that camera in a little for me there. All right. Here's our notching. This is over notch. The weight comes from the top, goes down, and goes to the bottom ones, which are over notched as well. And the feet are in the corners so that you can really get the weight on it. Now, I'm going to have my camera guy go ahead and move it back. I want to prove how strong this is. Okay, I'm on top of this, and I'm dancing. Okay? Now, I dare you to do this on one of the other cajones. It ain't gonna happen. So now, we'll get back to a little bit of sound. Remember, that was the wet sound. I want to show you how quickly we can change it to a tighter strainer sound. Just give me 1 second, just keep the camera there. A few quick turns. And I'm using a real simple little Phillips screwdriver you can keep in your hand, keep in your pocket. I'm going to check and make sure that the strainers are where I want them. Okay, brought them up tighter. Here we go. Okay. Yes, I have to get it right. You want to make sure we're in the same position. Here's the sound of it. Yeah, a lot more rattle, a lot more snare. trademarks, the flaps. I've seen guys put little pieces of wood on. First off, your hands hurt when you hit the edges of them. These are nice and smooth, there's no interference, and nice snaps. Our Flamenco Dance Cajon. We're going to have another one next week that's coming up different. And I want to show you another thing you can actually do and use on these. Is put them in a picture of my camera, guys, so don't forget about them. So you can use brushes. And you get a nice mic on this, and then you're going to get a smoking sound. So you don't ruin the edge of your snaps here. What I've done is I put some rubberized tape on the corner so that I can hit them when I'm playing them. Check this sound out. It for this. Oops. Play a little more handwork. Don't forget we have the flaps, our trademark.